Often the drop didn't work right, and the hangman had to yank on the feet of the condemned in order to get a result.
When was the last one, Dr. Van Buren?
The last public execution in Oxford was in 1863. The condemned man was...
Noah Austin. Killed his girlfriend's father.
Right. But the most famous public execution was in 1860 when they hanged the Oxford Canal murderers. There were special trains from London and 10,000 people outside Oxford jail.
It's more than they get for Oxford United.
The Oxford Canal murder. The victim was a respectable married woman named Joanna Franks, who was traveling from Coventry to London to join her husband via the Oxford Canal aboard this Pickford flyboat, the Barbara Bray. Early on one morning in June 1859, it passed Prince's Lock, near here. Minutes later, her body was found in the water. A police investigation followed. Remember, by now, the detective force had been founded, and their skills were legendary. Charles Dickens loved to go crime hunting with the detective force of Scotland Yard. The prosecution proved that Joanna Franks had been assaulted and killed by the boat's crew, who were tried at Oxford Assize. And in 1860, two of them, Oldfield and Musson, swung on the public gallows.
Stand up.
No, thank you, Robert.
Stand up.
Are you quite all right, Horse? Ah, our distinguished speaker.
Very erudite, Dr. Van Buren.
Well, thank you.
Hardly put my forebears to the test.
Yes, I agree. But if somebody were trying the case today, they'd come to the same conclusion. It was an open and shut case.
There's no such thing, Dr. Van Buren.
They didn't have our forensic science in those days, did they?
Victorian detectives may not have had computers or modern science, but they knew a great deal about human nature.
Meaning we don't?
Now, Morse.
Oh, you're Morse. I wanted to talk to you.
Did you, excuse me, Dr. Van Buren.
Was it something I said?
I doubt it. Pardon me, Dr. Van Buren. Morse? Oh, my God.
Right. Right, Mr. Morse.
Ready to lift off the hotel?
Right.
Come on, man, quick.
Lift on 3. 1, 2, 3. Get a surgical registrar.
Mr. Morse, you're very ill. I hope you realise that. And I need you fast asleep.
Just what is wrong with me?
I can't tell you yet. Consultant will do a full examination in the morning. Now, off you go, Mr. Morse.
Liver's enlarged. You drink a lot, Mr. Horse?
Morse. Not much. I like a glass of beer.
And how many of those a week?
A week?
Make it easier then. How many a day?
2 or 3.
Spirits?
Sometimes treat myself to a bottle of scotch.
And how long does it last?
It depends how big the bottle is.
In this job, there are 2 statistics we always discount. The sexual prowess of people with diabetes and the booze intake of the middle classes. However, we can't discount what's going on in your abdomen.
You said liver.
That too, if you don't reduce the booze. You've really overdone it, haven't you?
Have I? What's the matter with me, Doctor?
At best, you've got a peptic ulcer that's decided to burst out bleeding. At worst, you've got a cancerous ulcer that needs some serious surgery. We had a quick look last night, but now I need to do a more thorough endoscopy and take a biopsy. Nurse.
Go into here.
Dr. Ashford to triage. Dr. Ashford to triage.
Tea or coffee, Mr. Greenaway?
Gin and tonic, please.
Ice and lemon?
No ice. It spoils the gin. Endoscopy. I had that. Now they're cutting me up on Friday.
Are you a relative? He told us he didn't have any.
Actually, I'm a doctor.
Oh. Right you are then.
Hi there. Well, you certainly went to a lot of trouble to avoid our conference. Feeling better?
Dr. Van Boren? No, I'm not.
I thought I'd come and visit you. I said I was a doctor.
You are? Why did you think you'd come and see me?
Well, I brought you a book. I thought if you were going to be in here a while, you might need a little reading matter.
Criminal Detection in the Victorian Period by Millicent Van Boren. You? How kind.
The Oxford Canal murder.
Ah, the open and shut case.
Read that and learn that it was.
And are you flying home now?
Oh, no, not yet. I'm on a Fulbright. I'm writing my next book. The Institute of Criminology has some really great archives here.
That's because Oxford has too many scholars and not enough policemen.
Right. Which is why I was curious to meet you.
Excuse me, who is that with Mr. Morse?
She says she's his doctor.
No, she isn't. Are you a friend of Morse?
Hi, Millie Van Buren, Boston University. He promised he'd check out my research. Isn't he sweet?
Isn't he just? Oh, Morse. Why on earth didn't you let me know? I'd have come right away, you know that.
He was still in Carlisle. How's your mother?
Much better, thanks. I go away for a month and you do this. So, how are you?
It's a case of mistaken identity.
Sure. Looks like it. What are they doing to you?
I'm down for an internal examination, an endoscopy. And then they decide whether to carve me up.
I'm sorry, Morse. You must be worried sick.
I am.
But they are looking after you properly, are they?
Yes. There's a beautiful black nurse called Fiona.
Yeah, I saw her. It was the doctor's dream.
Monster Scott's sister called Nessie.
I met her. Has she come from around Loch Ness, has she?
Bottom of it, I should think. You know what this means, don't you? I've no doubt they're already planning to replace me.
Oh, don't be ridiculous.
I've seen it coming.
But you're their best detective.
I was. Look at me now.
Come on, Morse. Oh, is this what that
Right.
means?
I need his buttocks.
I'm sorry.
Injection, if you'd be so kind.
Right.
And I've got 2 off now. Lewis, he's on his inspector's course. And now Morse is in hospital. And we've a big drugs bust in Cowley.
Sorry, sir.
Constable, don't go away. I'm short-handed to start with. Now, Morse's illness has left me completely,
Wrong-footed?
wrong. No, I've got quite enough probationers. What I need is some experienced detectives on secondment. Oh, I see. Well, if you could... Hello? Oh, really? Kershaw, you do not interrupt me when I'm talking to the chief constable.
Just trying to be useful, sir.
Then be useful. I want a bunch of grapes. And a paperback novel.
Of course, sir. Grapes. Would that be green or purple?
Oh, green. No, purple.
Half a pound? A pound?
Oh, use your initiative, man. You're the fast-track graduate.
Early on the morning of June 22nd, 1859, the body of a young woman was found in Prince's Cut, a basin on the Coventry to Oxford Canal. As the boatman Philip Tomes would say in evidence later, he had moored his narrowboat up canal from Oxford when he noticed something in the water, a woman's blue gown.
Hey, mister! Get down here!
Right, Mr. Morse. When you get.
Now, sir, you're an intelligent man. I'm sure you can assist me. I've got this long tube here. I need you to swallow.
Why?
So I can look in your stomach and take the biopsy. If you can cooperate, I won't need to use sedation.
And if I can't?
You'll miss all the fun and won't remember a thing.
How long is this going to last?
15 minutes.
15 minutes?
I think we'll sedate him, nurse.
Well, her drawers are all torn, Doctor. This weren't an accident.
And severe discoloration to the face.
Did you men see what happened?
She was floating in the water in the Prince's Cut.
She came out like that, her face all black.
Yes, sir.
And none of you knows who she is.
No, sir. Did you see anyone in the cut?
Pickford flyboat went by, the Barbara Bray, and there was a big gentleman, walking on the bank.
Constable, if I were you, I should telegraph the Oxford police and have them detain that boat.
More up, lad! More up! What's this, Thomas? Who's captain here? Me, Rory Oldfield. How many crew? 3 and a boy. 2 ships, we run night and day. We'll get the rest of them out of there. What a devil is this? Come on, you two, off the boat. Come on. Have you lost a passenger? Half her head she was. She's gone and fallen off. It's up to her. Where is she now? Jumped up be Philbert. Oh, didn't she? In the water? No, it's the choper.
Constable, a lady's trunk in here, ropes cut. And her shoes.
You better moor up properly, Mr. Oldfield. Because I'm going to put the 4 of you in the Derbies and take you down to Oxford jail. What for? The woman's dead, as you well know. This is a murder matter now.
Wasn't so bad, was it? Just swallowing that tubing? That's not what you need to worry about. It's what they'll find with the biopsy.
Fit enough for a visitor, Mr. Morse?
I think so.
No, Morse. Bearing up, are we?
Trying to.
You've got a temperature?
Everyone's got a temperature.
Not like that, they haven't. Look, I just wanted to say that we're almost, you know. Look, I brought you a few things. I see up there it says nil by mouth.
It's purely precautionary.
Is it? Well, I bought you a few grapes.
I'll take those. We have regulations in this hospital. We want Mr. Morse to get better, don't we?
Yes, sister.
And we can't do that if you bring in the wrong things, can we?
No, sister.
And don't stay long.
Good God, she's a bit sharp, isn't she?
What else did you bring?
Well, a single malt. I don't suppose there's...
I won't touch it until...
Oh, right. Oh, and a little light reading. P.C. Kershaw chose it. He's a university man like you.
His eager hands moved down over her scanty knickers. Thank you, sir.
Look, Morse, it's time you and I had a serious talk. I've seen this coming for some time.
Seen what coming?
The truth is, Morse...
What is it?
It's the drinking. I tried to warn you.
You mean you want me out?
You're ill, man. Look, you're going to have a medical after this. So, why not take an early retirement?
Who says I'm not going to get better?
Well, I don't know why you want to stay. It's all changing. There's a new generation waiting to take over. Why not let them get on with it?
You mean Lewis?
Let's have no sour grapes over Lewis. You wouldn't want to stand in his way, would you? Go with dignity. You're the best detective in all Thames Valley. Why not quit while you're ahead?
It's my life.
But
I have given it
I'd get them to take care of you. Pension, benefits.
I am not taking early retirement. I want that to be quite clear, sir.
You may have to, Morse.
Rory Oldfield, Alfred Musson, sometimes known as Brotherton, Walter Towns, sometimes known as Thorold.
You are severally charged that on or about the 22nd of June, 1859,
you did willfully murder Mrs. Joanna Franks. How do you plead?
Not guilty, my lord.
Not guilty. Not guilty, sir.
Mr. Sergeant Williams, you appear for the Queen. Approach me, please. In the earlier arraignment, 4 men were charged.
One, a boy, my lord. Excluded by reason of age.
And there were further charges, theft and rape.
Withdrawn to speed the course of justice, my lord.
Very well, Mr. Williams. Proceed with your opening.
Time enough, Mr. Morse.